Hello, ladies. It is Jamila McMallow, Life and Relationship Strategist. I'm so glad you're here in the High Powered Healing Club with me. I want to talk to you about the topic of your healing, and how the truth is it's never done, right? And by that, I don't mean continuing to talk about or go over or to beat the dead horse of the same old stories, beliefs, wounds, etc. that you've been dealing with. No, okay? What I am talking about is that when you do your healing work with an expert like myself, done properly and correctly, those wounds, they're gone. They're healed. Once you release that emotion that's attached to that original wound, and by a wound, I mean that moment in childhood, that memory, that experience that was painful, traumatic, it shaped who you are. And from that, you developed a set of stories or beliefs about yourself, about life, about men, about relationships, about money, about marriage, about whatever, depending on whatever it was that happened. And there's always more than one thing that happened. And that's why my approach that I take with my clients is so strategic. We target specific relationships so that we're targeting specific areas in your childhood, and it kind of just unravels the whole thing so that you're really seeing the effects in all the areas of your life, because you would be shocked and surprised how much one little event, one thing can just be the cause of so many beliefs and the cause of so many reasons why you are the way you are in so many areas. Here it is, like 35, 40 years later, okay? So your healing is never done. And let me tell you why. Because if you consider yourself, and if you've been with me for any length of time, if you've watched any of my videos, if you've read my content, you know that I love to use the analogy of our mindset work, our healing work being like peeling back the layers of an onion, okay? So it's layers. Everything doesn't come up at once. Now, when you're first getting started, you're gonna peel back those first initial layers, and that's fantastic, right? But as you continue to grow, you will hit your upper limits. You will hit so what happens is you get rid of those limiting beliefs. You heal those wounds, and whoo, you grow. Whew, I'm here. But then you grow some more, and boom, you're hitting your head. You're like, why can't I break past this ceiling? Why does it seem like I can make six figures, but I can't make past this certain amount? Or why does it seem like I've got a good man now, but why am I still creating stress and drama in my marriage? You've hit your upper limits. So you got rid of the beliefs that got you here. Now you got to get rid of these beliefs so that you can go here. So actually, they're gone, but you want to go above them, right? So you got to deal with those. And hitting your upper limits is a good thing because it means you're growing, you're expanding, okay? So that's the reason why your work is never done, because it happens in layers. And you will only feel the need to take action when you are actually trying to do something outside of your comfort zone. People who are complacent, people who are stuck, who don't feel like they can go, do, be, or have anything more than what they are or what they've been handed or given, instead of people who tend to be more action or oriented, or go-getters who go after or want to create what it is that they want or desire. People who are just kind of allowing life to happen to them typically are not going to feel any sort of pressing need to heal or address their limiting beliefs. But for people who are trying to move forward and are goal-oriented, who are driven, who are trying to push past things within themselves to get to a new level, a new place, you'll get to this, you'll feel it. It's like, why does it feel like I'm fighting with myself? Why does it feel like I keep hitting a wall and being jerked back? When I look around, I'm like, everything seems to be working. Everything's going so well, but why is it that it feels like I'm stuck right here? And that's because you've hit an upper limit. Now, you may be aware that you've hit an upper limit. You may be able to feel that something is off, I'm blocked in some way, but you might not be able to identify what the block is. You might not be able to identify what is it that's preventing you or holding you back. Well, that's when an expert like myself is able to come in and help you do the work to identify or uncover, acknowledge, release, and heal that wound and reshape those beliefs so that now they're no longer holding you back, but rather your mind is working for you and propelling you forward until you hit the next level of upper limits. So your healing is ongoing because you're constantly growing. You're constantly trying to become better. You're constantly going after new goals. You're constantly changing. You're constantly experiencing inspiration, creativity, meeting new connections and getting new ideas and all these things that you want to try and do. And when you hit a limit, you've got to work through it and move past it. So you move through your limits as you hit them, as they come up. And so because we are imperfect, it's a constant ongoing journey. And for those of us who are on the journey, we welcome it, we embrace it, we understand that it's a part of the process, and that every time we do this work, every time we peel back a layer, every time we expand and become better, than we were before, excuse me, it's a great and wonderful thing, because now we're seeing things from a new level, a higher perspective. We're just moving and shaking and making things happen from a completely different point of view. What I love about the work that I do with my clients is that the wounds that we address, the things that we heal, it's done. I tell my clients, this is the last time you're going to have to talk about this. This is the last time you're going to have to bring this up. And the beautiful thing about the work that I do is, no, my clients do not have to sit there and tell me every personal, gory detail of some of these very painful experiences that are very sensitive. I've worked with women who have had parents abandon them. I've worked with women who have been abused by step-parents. I've worked with women who have experienced molestation. I've worked with women who have had alcoholic, abusive fathers. I've worked with women who did not know their father. He was not a part of their life. So I have worked with women with abusive mothers. I have worked with women whose mothers abandoned them. So I have worked with women who have all kinds of childhood trauma, childhood painful experiences that shaped who they were. And the good part about it is when you go through something like that, you develop certain ways of being that allow you to become an overcomer. Some people might get knocked down by that, but for the women that I work with, the women that gravitate towards me and my energy and what I do, they are the ones that have overcome these challenges and have used them to become a high performer or a high achiever. They go forward, they keep doing, they keep boom, boom, boom. And they're not easily deterred by obstacles, because it's like, well, I've been there, done that. But we just keep going. But the reason why they're able to do that is because they have a detachment from their emotions, okay? So when you're detached from your emotions, well, you're not really feeling anything. So what's an obstacle? Who cares? I'm not whining about it. I'm not crying about it. But guess what? Your feelings are still there. Guess what? Those hurt feelings from when you were a little girl, they're still there. Guess what? Those hurt feelings from all those situations and obstacles and challenges that you faced that you never dealt with, they're still there. And so what we do together is we get rid of all that so that you're free of it. So that now you have the space within to be like, I have my client, she cracks me up. She always goes, she would have like epiphany or breakthrough. She'd be like, who am I? And it was just so funny. And it was like, well, yeah. Because she was like, oh my goodness, I literally see and feel things differently. I literally feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I'm like, whoa. And she would find herself in scenarios where she would have reacted differently before, versus after our work together, she's like, unbothered. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's the point that I'm making, is that really doing your deep healing work is a part of propelling forward through your upper limits. So as you hit an upper limit, it's funny, you hit an upper limit, it means you have to go deeper, a deeper level of healing is required. Okay, so that's kind of funny, right? Opposite directions. You're going here, but you got to heal a little bit further there, a little bit deeper down. So that's the kind of work that I do with my clients, is deep inner healing work, okay? Because what it does is it completely shifts who you are being, how you see yourself, how you see your marriage, how you view money, how you look at your business, how you're showing up in the world, how you feel about yourself. It just changes everything. And the trajectory of the life of my clients completely changes for the better. And it's just absolutely magnificent and a huge privilege on my part to be able to assist them with this journey and this transformation that they're experiencing. So what I want you to understand is that your healing work is never done, okay? You heal in layers, and as you hit your upper limits, you go deeper in your healing. There's a deeper layer that has to come up and be healed, okay? And the other part of it is I don't just speak from like oh, this is what my clients do, or this is what I read about somebody. Not only do I help my clients do this, I do this on myself. I could make a whole video about all the layers that I've healed. Oh my goodness, right? Because in order for me to do this, how am I going to guide you through it if I haven't been there, if I haven't traversed these tunnels and gotten through the other side into the light, able to turn back and say, hey, come this way, okay? So I've been there, come through it, and now I'm helping you to come through it as well, and I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm talking about, and I love to help my clients get these huge breakthroughs and have their lives completely and totally changed for the better. So, like I said, I'm gonna summarize it one more time because I'm always rambling and going off on a tangent when I go live with no script. Yes, we heal in layers. When you hit your upper limit, you gotta go deeper to heal, okay? So please share your comments with me below, or if you have a question for me, feel free to drop it in the, excuse me, bras and stuff, one of the joys of being a woman, right? Any hoosers and whatsers. Please share your thoughts and comments with me below. If you have any questions, feel free to drop those below as well. I am accepting one-on-one clients right now. I will let you know that my availability is very limited, and that's on purpose because my primary job is taking care of my 2 small children. And so my work schedule is limited on purpose. And I'm also extremely good at what I do. And so I'm also in high demand. And so I don't say that to give you like false scarcity, because I hate that crap. Like, oh, hurry up. I've got 2 spaces. It's going to be a limited time only. My prices are going to go up. No, my prices are what they are. I don't do discounts and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just being honest with you. But I do have spaces right now for one-on-one clients. And if you would like to learn a little bit more of what working together might look like, I encourage you to schedule a 20-minute call with me so that we can have that conversation. Or if you're like, I'm ready. I've been following you for so long, girl. I know you. Just send me a DM. And we can take it from there, okay? I'm going to put the link below this video, once it all posts to Facebook and everything, give me a few minutes. Or if it's probably on another post in this group or wherever you're watching this video, because sometimes I do repurpose my content. But yes, go ahead and book that call or send me a DM, whichever you feel like is fastest for you, okay? And then please drop your questions and comments below, and I look forward to seeing you here next time. This was my message for you today, all right? And you ladies take care. Bye-bye.